that touches everyone, regardless of age or classes of people, because almost every human being in the world today is making use of technology, even as simple as a key lock, wristwatches, and so on, like that. So the program Electronics and Gadgets has its window open widely for advert and sponsorship, and being one of its kind in Abuja on 10.1
FM.
FM in Abuja, we lead and others follow.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So there is opportunity for sponsorship for business on this show. You can come in, you bring in your tech, services, product, whatever it is, to us.
All right. Last week we briefly reviewed air cooler in contrast with air conditioner. Can you brief that again?
Yeah, the Hamatan is already on us. And as you can see, now everywhere is being dry out. Hamatan is simply dry, cold air.
Mm.
The air is dry, the humidity is very low or at the barest
Minimum.
minimum, and then the air is very dry. So the air cooler, in contrast to AC, that is air conditioner,
Mm.
is the difference is that the first one, the air conditioner, cool the air directly
Okay.
without, and it's even dehumidify the air. You know what we call when we talk about the humidity? Humidity means the wetness, some vapor of water in the air, in the atmosphere. That is humidity. The wetness of the air, that is humidity. So the AC dry up the air. Are you getting it? And in the other hand, the air cooler has its mechanism, the makeup of an air cooler. The manufacture is such a way that there's a water tank in it, that when the air is being pressured through a padded water, it forces the water to moisturize the air that is being blown out from the air cooler, and thus wetting the air, increasing the humidity, and making it comfortable for us, especially in this Hamatan season.
All right.
Some people call it water fan.
Oh.
And you have an idea now.
Yes, I do. All right. You want to tell us what effect Amatan, like you just mentioned, has got on electronics?
Yeah, a whole lot. And this is an Hamatan period. Someone just has to be very careful the way you handle electronics, especially our power devices, power supply like generators, power switches, and all of the sockets at home for domestic appliances. You have to check all of them to ensure that they are having good contact. There should be no allowance for sparkling and all sorts of that, because in the Hamatan season everything got
Dried up, okay.
dried up, and then it's very susceptible to fire outbreak. And then on the other hand, dust particles. The Hamatan always bring about this very fine particle of dust. They are not very good for our electronics. Yes, they are not. They cause a lot of damages to some sensitive electronics, like our PC, computers, and some other or domestic gadget that we use at home. Any of the gadget that is not being put to use, we should just cover them with dust-proof cover.
Oh,
Yes.
wow. I hope people would be able to do that anyways, because that is really, really essential for the homes, offices, and what have you. All right, let us talk about.
And
Okay,
and the last week we spoke about the feasibility,
okay.
that during the Hamatan season, the feasibility on the road for road users, for drivers, is very poor.
Okay.
And we encourage them to check their fog light and make sure that the headlight is working and in perfect condition, so that they can help the oncoming vehicle
Okay.
to see them clearly through the foggy
Weather.
weather.
All
And
right.
also the air filter for automobiles. It's very essential you check them very well because of dust. They take in a lot of dust particles this time around. You should just change them, swap them for a new one, or check them. If they're still good, you can dust it and put it back. But if it is not that clean, you can just simply buy another one and put in your car.
All right. Okay, do you know that before now, I do not know all of this, but hey, it is good. At least we've got someone enlighten us. This is 9 minutes gone past 5 o'clock. It is Human Rights 101.1 FM. It is electronics and gadgets, and we've got Fortune helping us with some answers to some questions we never even knew. All right, let's get on a commercial break right now. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
The world is a global village because of technological advancements. Human Rights Radio is bringing to you Electronics and Gadgets Review. Get the latest information on new gadgets and electronics, including details of reviews, product information, as well as usage on this program. Electronics and Gadgets Review, every Sundays 5 to 5:30 p.m. on Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM Abuja. Human Rights Radio, redefining broadcasting. Electronics and Gadgets Review. Electronics and Gadgets Review.
Thanks for sticking with Human Rights 101.1 FM. All right, it is still electronics and gadgets. All right, we have on the news this one, and it is about technology. Okay, let's take that news. Federal government deploys additional 18,000 km fiber infrastructure to boost broadband coverage. Fortune, is that good news? How does it affect us? What is happening on that news?
Yeah, it's a very good news for us. Yeah, for the FG to or is it in plan already or is being deployed? Deploys.
Yeah.
Additional 18,000 kilometer fiber infrastructure to
Yeah,
boost
kilometer.
broadband coverage. We're talking about fiber. You know, we're talking about broadband. That's what we use for internet connectivity, the connection of internet. Then the fiber, in contrast to the one sent through via SAT, are you getting it? It's more faster. And then has the capacity to carry more wider broadband width than the conventional satellite that they use. And then the FG deploying 18,000 kilometer fiber infrastructure to boost broadband means that there will be more robust internet connection, not just ordinary internet connection, robust internet connection.
Oh.
And from the body of the news, they said that news that the announcement is being made by Malam Garba Shehu, Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity. Made this known in a statement issued by Mr. Atta Esa, the Deputy Director, Information State House Media Unit on Friday in Abuja, said that the presidential aide made this known at the just concluded 5th World Internet Conference in Wuhan, China. According to Shehu, the National Broadband Penetration Program is part of Buhari administration's ambitious target for a national broadband network to harness the potential of the internet and digital access for jobs, education, healthcare, identity management, and to increase productivity in the public sector. And to this end, he said the Nigerian Communications Commission, that is an NCC, and the Nigerian Industrial Policy and Competitiveness Advisory Council, chaired by the Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, jointly inaugurated the National Broadcast Penetration Program. Wow. And he explained further that the goal is that within 4 years, provide fiber connectivity to all 774 local government areas of Nigeria. That's a wow.
Wow.
Yes, that's a big wow for them. Yeah, and then government's role is to provide the right licensing framework, and as well as the necessary subsidies to encourage investment. So the windows of opportunity is open to technology, cool people out there to come and invest in Nigeria. And then the local technologies too can take advantage of this. And Garba Shehu further reveals that the 2 additional infrastructure companies had been licensed in 2018 to roll out broadband infrastructure in the country. He added that together with previous licenses and other private sector players, this company would help to implement the government vision of total national broadband connectivity.
Oh, wow.
And
Nigeria is finally expanding scopes. I like. Okay.
yes, and that one we encourage us, you know, that even we encourage the one we are lagging behind. You know, we are lagging behind in VoIP, voice over IP.
Okay.
When we have a fiber connectivity of internet, they will be able to trigger and activate and voice over IP, which will make the calling, making phone call, multimedia call, like video calls, the more cheaper. You'll be making video call like you are making the normal GSM call.
Okay.
Yeah, that is a very good news. The very good news.
All right. I think we have got another one. Okay.
Flooding. Yeah, would flooding the desert help to stop global warming? Did you notice something about this Harmattan? Unlike what it used to be like 15 years, 10 years back.
Yes, I noticed, but hey, I thought I was the one growing up and getting used to the environment. I noticed it's not as cold as it used to be back then.
Yes, that's it. Harmattan season used to be cold all throughout, both during the day and in the night. But the things has changed. It has changed a lot, and that is as a result of global warming.
Okay.
Yeah, and then on the news, it was that would flooding the deserts help stop global warming? You know,
Is that a
some group
question
of
you can answer?
scientists.
Is that a question you can answer for us?
Well, let's read. Let's see what this. There are some group of scientists that are actually working on that one.
All right. I see in the news saying the idea is risky, unproven, even unlikely to work.
Yeah.
But if it did work, it could slow climate change. Ah,
Everything is changing.
even humans are changing.
Even the life expectancy daily as a result of human activities are getting it, destroying the ozone layer up there. That it's quite, we have been exposed to the radiation that we are not supposed to be exposed to.
Wow, the ones we were protected from before. Let's see the body of that news, please.
Okay, and imagine flooding a desert have the size of the Sahara Desert. You know Sahara Desert now, using 238 trillion gallons of desalinated ocean water.
To do the job.
Yes, to do the job, creating millions of 1 acre square micro reservoirs to grow enough algae to gobble up all Earth's climate-changing carbon dioxide.
Is that even working? How do we do that? When do we start?
That is the scientists that, you know, it's quite cumbersome and very complex, but if it could be done, yeah, it will be a good thing to the earth, to the human being entirely, because for now there's no other place we can call home except for this earth. Even the planned trip to Mars.
All right. We'll say that all of this, how do we put all of this in relations to electronic? Is it what electronic and gadgets is emitting that is causing all of this, or what exactly?
Yeah, the technological revolution, gas flaring, industrial smoke and fumes let out, the perfume, even the perfumes we use that contain some of these allotropes of hydrogen, halogen of hydrogen, all of them like benzene, ethane, all of these alcoholic properties. You understand? They constitute to destruction of ozone layer. So it's virtually human activities. Yes. Technology, to be specific. The car bringing out the carbon oxide and all sort of other smoke, even smoking cigarettes.
Smoking cigarettes, we have heard countless number of times that smokers are liable to die young. But hey, it is what it is. It is 17 minutes gone past 5 o'clock. It is Human Rights 101.1 FM. All right, let's take calls if we can. You can as well reach us via WhatsApp on the same number, 081 89 99 1011. 081 89 99 1011. Right, if you've got questions you want to ask about your electronics and gadgets, feel free to do so right now. All right, let's see who's online. Hello, good evening. Hello. 081
Yeah, and you know what? If this idea these scientists are trying, are you getting it, to put on ground will cause destruction and outright wipe out of many species.
Wow.
Yes, many species will be wiped out by massive man-made flooding of desert. You know, people think there is nothing valuable in the desert, but that is far from the truth. Son, a microbiologist and research, these diverse species deserve and need this desert to survive. Most of the world country would set a high bar on this. You know, there are some living things, organisms, and some animals whose their natural habitat is on the desert there. So if we are going to flood the desert, you know what it's going to mean, what will happen to them.
That means our sister resist. Oh, wow.
And its potential for making things worse. Interfering with nature can have unexpected consequences. Yes.
So we just have to be cool with this.
It's all, and then there's nothing we can do now, for now, but let's keep our finger crossed if the scientists can still come out with something that is workable. But this idea is somehow fabulous and I think somehow unrealistic, owing to some side effect. The program is still
Electronics and gadgets.
review on Human Rights Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
The world is a global village because of technological advancements. Human Rights Radio is bringing to you Electronics and Gadgets Review. Get the latest information on new gadgets and electronics, including details of reviews, product information, as well as usage on this program. Electronics and Gadgets Review. Every Sundays 5 to 5:30 p.m. on Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM Abuja. Human Rights Radio, redefining broadcasting.
Thank you so much for sticking with Human Rights 101.1 FM 520 on the clock, and it is still Electronic and Gadgets Review. All right, Fortune, we spoke about the Amazon not being what it used to be back then. So tell us how we can actually get through this, how we can get better, and how we can protect our electronics through during this time, and in fact protect electronics, because really we use that at home, offices, schools, hospitals, and all of that. How do we protect all of this electronics?
I think not only protecting the electronics is the main thing, protecting ourselves, because we are the user of the electronics. We have to be
true.
alive to use the electronics.
True.
And because of the harshness of this weather, and I think the right thing to do is to do everything that will encourage humidifying the airspace. I mean the air around us, and that's why we were reviewing an electronic product called Air Cooler on the review. We did that briefly last week, and then we have mentioned it earlier on the show today. Is a way to go that will encourage us to get that, because the effect of the ash dryness of this weather is something that you don't have to joke with. And then about the electronics, like I said earlier, we should check all our connectors, electronic connectors, right from the generator output terminal to the socket terminal to the switchers and all sort of the cables, the cablings too. Yes, the cabling get dried up this season, and then there is a high possibility of the cable being, peeling and then being exposed. Yes, the domestic cables that carries electric current, they can easily get exposed because of the dry weather. That when it got dried up, they started peeling by themselves, and thereby exposing us to danger, especially the children. You understand, playing around in this season. The best thing to check all our electronic lines that are within the reach of children. We check them. The one that is being dried up or cracking already, showing some sign of crackling, we should replace them with new one.
All right, 081-8999-1011. We've missed some calls. Kindly reach us back, 081-8999-1011. All right, there is a certification training on multimedia and sound tech. You want to enlighten us about that?
Yeah, as a part of our drive to let people have more knowledge about the technological stuff, is one of the Brekete Academy series training called Multimedia and Sound Technology Training. We recently certified our students in our last training, and the next one will be coming is December, starting the first week of December. That's the last training for the year. It's all about multimedia. When we talk about multimedia is anything that has to do with presentation of video, picture, audio, sound to the large crowd and audience. That is multimedia.
Okay.
Multimedia is any device or gadget that has the ability to give information by the means of text, animation, video, audio, and graphics.
Okay.
And then the sound technology is about a public address system. That is, public address system, sound reinforcement for studio. I mean, audio production studio, that is sound studio. And then for entertainment centers like club, you understand, like gardens, and then for events, are you getting it? And for worship centers like mosque and churches. So we can't just do without the public address system. So in this training, we are going to teach them the surface technology of this equipment, and then the internet technology, the basic internet technology also, and then how they can connect, integrate, and operate all these devices, and some little tricks.
All right, hold on, please. We've got a call. Hello, good evening. Hello. All right, we lost that call.
And then we will let them some little tricks about how to control echo. That most of these so-called events, you will be hearing some echo and some delay, how they can deal with that, noise in their audio signal and all sorts of that.
All right, Fortune, thank you so much for enlightening us this evening. All right, you want to say something?
The number, if you want to participate, you can call the number 080 52 53 53 91. Let me take the numbers again. 080 52 53 53 91 to make inquiry on the oncoming training, our next training day, which is going to be the last one for the year, coming on December. And that's to call us to ask for more inquiry. Call the number.
All right, thank you so much. 5:26 on the clock right now, and we got to go.
Yes, we got to go. And then don't forget, this program is open for sponsorship
An advert placement. Thank you so much for being at the other end to listen. Electronics and gadgets review. Of course, we show would be on air next week, Sunday again. All you have to do is keep listening to Human Rights 101.1 FM.
Yeah, my name is Oshinda Ladakwa Fortune.
And I am N. Iyanufale. Do have for yourself a fantastic Sunday.